Hello everyone. I am here again to discuss another topic in English. But before we proceed with that topic, we are going to have a short recap regarding our previous topic, which is about factual or real conditional sentences. So on lesson 1, we already learned about the two types of clauses. The first one is what we called the independent clause, which can stand alone, and a subordinate clause, which cannot stand alone. So with this subordinate clause again, it depends to the main clause for its meaning. We also discussed about the factual habitual present and the structure, and about factual habitual past together with its structure as well. So the sentence structure is our guide on how are we going to create a sentence using simple present tense and the simple past tense. So always remember, the if clause states the condition while the main clause gives the result or conclusion. So now, let's proceed to our new topic for today, which is Lesson 2, Future or Predictive Conditional Sentences. So now, let's try to know what this future or predictive conditional sentence mean. So it says here, it expresses future plans, expresses future possibilities, or chance happening. So here, future or predictive conditional sentence talks about what could happen in the future based on your actions today. So when we say predictive, it means to say that you are already thinking what could be the outcome or the result of your present actions. So now, let's move on to our sentence structure. So just like on our lesson 1, we are going to have this sentence pattern so that we could have a guide on how are we going to construct a sentence under future or predictive conditional sentences. So in writing the if clause, we have if plus subject plus simple present tense. While in writing the main clause, we have subject plus will, can, may, or must. So those are modal verbs that indicates that the sentence is in the future tense plus verb in the base form. So when we say base form, the verb does not end with s, ed, or d. So now let's move on to our examples. The first one, you may get the virus if you touch something an infected person recently touched. So let's try to identify the parts of the sentence based on the structure given a while ago. So we have you as our subject, may as our modal verb, and get as our verb in the base form. So as you can see here, the sentence starts with the main clause, followed by the if clause. So those two can be interchanged. It could be the if clause first, followed by the main clause, or just like here in our example, the main clause first, followed by the if clause. So in the if clause, we have a verb as well. That is in the present tense, which is the verb touch. So now let's move on to our last example. The virus may also cause nausea, diarrhea, or indigestion if it infects cells in the gastrointestinal system. So our verb here is infects. This one is in the base form because our subject here is it. It is not clearly stated here whether it is plural or singular. That's why our verb is in the S form. For me to be able to know if you do really understand our lecture, let's try to have our quiz. So all you have to do here is to differentiate factual conditional sentences and future predictive sentence. So you are going to use this Venn diagram for its differences and similarities. So this activity is equivalent to 10 points. And you're going to have another supplementary activities. You're going to answer what's in on your module, so that is located on page number 10, and answer the remaining activities on your worksheet regarding conditional sentences. So that will be all for today. Thank you everyone, and have a good day.